wait a bit till people filter in. Give it 2 more minutes. I think I'm gonna turn this down so hard to hear myself. Okay, there. Sorry if that's too quiet, I literally couldn't hear myself speak. Kind of a problem when you're trying to stream. I think I've been online long enough to start. We are going to play Shaper, because that's probably the best way to actually play the game. Going with blue this time. If anyone has any suggestions for the name of the next minute while I mess around with stats, make them. Otherwise, we're actually no. Thinking about it. There we go. As I was saying, otherwise we're going with, gonna name him Red. We're going to basically be ignoring these because deadweight shaper. My job is to hold shit and tell my creations to do battle. Put into blessing and fire creations are pretty alright. Yeah, and I'll put that last point into battle shaping. But it is. Tell me if this isn't legible. I have no way of knowing. Not without killing the stream itself. wait, thinking about it, I should probably read this, yeah. The Shapers are the oldest, most respected, most secretive, and most powerful of the magical sects. The Shapers have the power to magically create life. The Shaper can make new life forms from nothing but raw materials and pure magic. They can mold this life to serve their purpose, be it life, housework, or major warfare. The Shapers guard the secrets of their powers very closely. To learn their technique without permission is to court a speedy death at the hands of a guardian in the day or an agent in the night. After years of work, study, and testing, you have finally been accepted into the Shapers. You'll spend your life advancing their will and delving into their secrets and powers. However, none of the secrets have been shared with you yet. First, you must complete your apprenticeship. You must spend 5 years out in a Shaper colony on a remote island, watching their work and aiding their research. You're a grad student. After a brief welcoming ceremony and a last night celebration, you don your traditional garments and board your craft to the remote islands. The journey is 2 weeks long. You travel on a living craft, a specially modified drake which will carry you through rough seas to your destination. After a week's journey, you pass close to a small chain of islands. You consult your chart and find that one of them is named Sukia Island. It is marked on your chart as barred. Shapers declare places barred for a variety of reasons. Experiments gone wrong, dangerous accidents, valuable secrets. Whatever the reason, any outsider in a barred place is punished with instant death. Curious, you stand at the edge of your craft, carefully watching Sukia Island, wondering what secrets lie there. As you watch, you fail to notice the sailing ship dead ahead of you, off to the southeast coast of the island. Your craft cries out in alarm, alerting you to the danger. It is a strange ship of a style you have never seen before. That is why you don't recognize the weapon on its prow. It fires a long spear at your craft. The razor-sharp bolt strikes your drake in the neck. It roars in anger and breathes a bolt of fire at your attacker. It strikes his sails, which sets him alight. The battle takes only seconds. Your living craft founders, I can't speak. God. Okay, I'm done being ashamed. Founders, mortally wounded, dropping you into the water. Your goods and tools sink into the depths. You attempt to swim to the surface. You barely notice that the ship which attacked you is aflame and having extreme difficulty. Your whole being is consumed with struggle to reach the shore. Your strength is not enough. You start to sink. But with one last effort, your living craft assists you. Bleeding from its neck, rapidly dying, it manages to lift you with its head and carry you to a crumbling dock. Then it dies. It sinks away. You are left alone, abandoned on this forbidden shore. You are alone on Sukia Island. I like how that one pops up, like, not even try. It's like, okay, you and I both know that there are people in this game. Oh, right, gosh. I sometimes forget how archaic this game is. You stagger off the dock, weakened to the point of collapse by your desperate swim here. After a few minutes, you manage to regain enough of your senses to look around. You are on the south coast of the island you saw before your craft was slain. However, apart from the fact that this island was declared by your people, you know nothing about it. The structures around you are ruined and crumbling. You would guess that they have been abandoned for at least a century. Probably 2. Islands are generally barred because of a failed experiment and the presence of horrible rogue creatures. Fortunately, except for the lapping of waves on the base of the dock, all is quiet. If you're going to be devoured, it won't be soon. That's what you know. That shows what you know, game. However, you are still stranded here and desperately weak as well. Fortunately, the beach stretches off to the east. Maybe there's something useful there. Right now, this is just tutorial stuff. I'll read it when it's actually relevant. I'm not reading everything. My throat wouldn't be able to handle it. Oh, right, that's not forward, that's the side area. I'm good at this. I'm quite looking forward to the, okay. Don't have creations yet. I'm quite looking forward to the, remake that's coming out. It's for next year, or very late this year. I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, next year. Considering that we have 5 games in front of us, I really doubt I'm gonna be able to, 5 games that 2 I haven't finished due to various reasons. The first one because it's quite difficult if you don't realize that you're supposed to let your creations die and make new ones. The fourth one because I just ran into a roadblock at the very end and couldn't win a fight. Fifth one I don't think I actually played, but I have finished the second and third ones. In any case, even if it ends up roadblocking, I'll try to show off as much as I can, and what I can't show off I'll talk about. This is important, so I should probably read this, huh? Inside the small chamber you find several cylindrical containers. They look like canisters, each a little over a foot high. The sides are made of thick, carefully blown glass. Most of them have been broken, and the contents are long lost. One of them, however, is still intact. Inside you see a glowing fluid. It swirls and moves about, seemingly under its own power. It looks like it is, in its own way, alive. It probably is. You have never seen anything exactly like this before, but you have seen similar objects. The shapers can contain fluids filled with life energy which heal or energize those in need. This must be something like that. There's a small section of fragile glass at the top. If you break it with the palm of your hand, the substance will come forth and energize you. In your weakened state, it seems hard to resist. We're not doing a no canister run. The box contains a variety of papers. You rifle through them eagerly, hoping for a clue as to where you are or what might have caused the silence to be barred. It's no use, the papers crumble at your touch. Beneath the papers, though, you find something interesting. It's a brass key, none the worse for its long concealment. You take it. Mine now. You stumble a bit. You still feel a bit woozy. It's not caused by hunger, though, but by the effects of the strange substance in that canister. The stuff didn't heal or revive you like you expected. It changed you. It's like it soaked into your skin and rewrote some of your very being, making you stronger. You take a minute to experiment. You extend your fingers and focus. Tiny trails of flame come out of them. You can work magic. You weren't able to before. Your training would not have reached that point for years. It is exhilarating and at the same time terrifying. This is completely unknown magic, alien to you. It seems like it was made by your people, but you had no idea that they could do something so wonderful. You feel, deep within yourself, an eagerness to find more of the cancers and see what you do. They say main way, but it's basically the only way. There's only a couple of places where you can actually gain new abilities without it. Like, no canister runs are extremely difficult in Geneforge 1. That's why I'm not doing one. I am willing to do a minimal canister run the rest of the games, though. Rocks. wander off here for a bit, because I vaguely recall there being something over here. I could be wrong. I was... Oh wait, no, there's thorns. Give me the thorns. Trying to remember when we get the Fyora canister. I'm not getting another tunic. They don't sell for enough to be worthwhile. Okay, yeah. Again, this is a less important one. It's just establishing stuff we've already seen. Namely that this place is abandoned. Or javelins. And another dagger. Not going to be of any use to us. It would be more useful if you were a guardian. Those... Ah. Guardians are the physical class in the game. Agents are the traditional mages. Shavers are more like summoners in traditional game terms. You have friends to do your job, to do the fighting for you. You stand back and don't get pasted. I wonder how they're gonna handle the shaping mechanic in the new ones, because a lot of the newer games they've released have had only 4 characters, from what I recall. 4 character parties. I wonder how that's gonna impact the Shaper. You immediately recognize where you are now. It was an inn, where visitors and travelers could stop for steaks, drinks, and sleep. The crumbling roasting pit still dominates the center of the room. You are getting confused. Why is there so much here? Most islands are barred because of experiments gone awry, and most such experiments are formed by very small groups in crude quarters, far from society. Yet you've seen warehouses, guard posts, and now an inn. At one point, a lot of Shapers lived here. Now they're all gone. Why? What could have driven so many people off? And what took their place? We're in early game, so I'm not going to hesitate to pull every lever right now. Later on, it'll be more dubious to do that. Just dumping that on the ground. More defense for my squishy body. So you know I can pretend that I can take a hit. For now. I don't think too many characters could actually take a hit right now. Looking to the north, you can see that you are not alone on this island. Though you were worried about horrible creatures and mutations, the first life you encounter is nowhere near so terrifying. It's a flock of orcs. The orc is a Shaper creation. It's a slow, clumsy livestock animal, hardy and laid with meat. The Shapers created in stock areas unfriendly to non-created creatures, non-created animals, such as apparently this one. Notice that these orcs have large tusks, probably added by the Shapers to protect them from predators. Fortunately, they're likely to leave you alone if you leave them alone. I don't think the creators expected me to go wandering up that way. Yep, here's the orcs. They're like pig sheep. Yeah, I think pig sheep is probably the most accurate. They're just kind of wandering around, having a graze. Oh, right. Talking. This particular piece of livestock seems friendly enough, but has neither the inclination or the ability to carry on a conversation with you. I appreciate dialogue like this. Yeah. Oh, that's this merchant. Like I said in chat, Necrodancer soundtrack because Geneforge does not natively have music. And I don't think there's any... Nothing comes to mind as a way of... Oh, right, I forgot to do... Yeah, I forgot that I'll have to come back. Normally I'd pump more points into mechanics. I just forgot that that was there. Figured I had another level. Oh well. I think, yeah, everything is explored. I want to get rid of all possible there. Now on to Abandoned Valley. Come on. Get over here, just get all those nice boundaries. I think this is where the Fyora is. Or Fyora Canister, I should say. You immediately recognize this large building for what it is. This was a shaping call. You knew that there was... You knew that there must be one of them on this island somewhere. Here, the Shapers on this island did their work, using magic and force of will to make creations, both established and experimental designs. If there was a cataclysm, though, it didn't take place here. This building is undamaged. On the side, you can see energizing pools. Holes in the ceiling allow light to shine on them. Remarkably, despite 3 years of neglect, they have survived. The goo inside a pool is a semi-living plant-like form, capable of drawing energy from the air and the sun. If you stand near a pool, you will be able to replenish your health or essence, depending on which pool you use. In the corners of the hall, you can see 2 glowing glass canisters. They wait there, ready to give you power. Yes! Give me canisters! Oh, yeah, this is more tutorializing. How much essence do I have? Oh, more healing. Give me. Dagger. The thing they don't mention is this, is if you cannot afford to put 2 points into a creature's intelligence, you cannot afford to make that creature. Not for, like, logistical reasons, but because there is literally no point in having a creation you cannot control. Nice. Give me a little lizard buddy. Lizard buddy. Got a little raptor buddy. Him named Toasty. That essence is permanently gone, at least as long as Toasty lives. If Toasty dies, then that essence is back, but for right now, we don't want Toasty to die. Toasty is our friend. Toasty is a precious marshmallow. Toasty is a precious marshmallow. I will immediately throw him into combat and then try not to cry when he inevitably dies. I say, having already gendered a creature that, in canon, has neither sex nor the mental capacity to have a gender. You find a sign that the evacuation of this island was not completely orderly. There is a body here. It's barely more than a skeleton. Been here for a long time. Based on its garments, you think it was a Shaper. The Shapers here made their supplies to last. It looks like some of the stuff on the corpse is still usable. Gimme. Healing spores, don't care about the rest. genuinely don't know if you'd be able to make more than one Fyora at this point. I'm ignoring the tutorializing because either I can explain it, or it's irrelevant to... Oh yeah, true. Mayran is the character I'm currently going... is the character I was. Red stream. Just, you know, to remind me to not play this when not in stream. There's a Fyora standing on the path ahead. It's a very familiar sort of creation. Shapers have made them for centuries to serve as bodyguards, watchdogs, and even pets. We've been around hundreds of them. This one, however, is different from any Fyora you have ever seen. It doesn't have the usual expression of servility and obedience. It doesn't look at you as a master, but as food. You have heard tales of creations which have turned on their creators and gone rogue, but it almost never actually happens. If it ever did, the rogue creation would be instantly destroyed. This Fyora has definitely shed any shaper controls. It bares its teeth at you, seemingly daring you to step forward. Fight me, nerd. Toasty, please. Toasty, you gotta hit this one. Healing pod. Healing pod. This is gonna be a problem. I don't think Toasty... Yeah, Toasty cannot fit in there. Thank God we are still early enough in the game that I can get away with that. Oh hey, money. Nice. There we go. Protect me, loyal Toasty. Oh yeah, basic. I forgot to talk about combat. I'll have to do that next time we get into combat. Have I? I have not gone back there. That needs to be remedied. All maps must be uncovered again there. Okay, that's just the other side of the grove. Action points. You have 8 of them. You need 5 to attack. It takes 3 to use an item, and actually 5 to do any kind of attack-like action, including healing. That is one of the major weaknesses of the deadweight shaper. You better have all of these slots filled, otherwise you're dead. Because you will not be able to run, and because walking takes up AP too. I don't know the exact ratio of squares to AP. Walking takes AP. Doing anything takes at least 3 AP. At least in the first 2 games. I can't remember if they changed it 3rd or the 4th game. But, yeah. There is a major downside. Open. This is a storage warehouse. Well, it still is, but now instead of housing useful supplies, it holds smoldering trash. The sacks of meal in the corner, for example, have not been treated well by their years here. Oh, ew. 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 On the corner to the west, however, you see something which looks very useful. There are several thorn batons, one of which looks like it's still alive. Thorn batons are one of the Shaper's most ingenious creations. They are a mix of living and inert matter, plants with the touch of animal around a frame of metal, capable of firing a small, sharp projectile at high velocity. When unused, they go into hibernation and can live a long time. Most of the batons spanned in this room have died, but one managed to survive. Good friend baton. Gonna use up all my javelins just so they're not weighing me down. Oh, yeah, that's something I don't think I've had the chance to show out. You can pass the turn by just clicking them in combat mode. As you can see by the change now. What are we? Oh, there we go. Oh, right. Quarantine hall. Gonna poke around more. Around. Yeah. Music is making this much more dramatic than it usually is. It's kind of funny. Some proper shoes instead of sandals. Thorns. Reading. Old book. AQ. This was the quarantine waiting hall. People wishing to enter or leave Sukiya Island through this port waited here to be questioned and inspected by the servant mind. And sure enough, the mind is still here, rushing to the north. You marveled at the skill of the Shapers who made these remarkable creatures. Their careful construction and ability to hibernate gave them remarkable lifespans. It is still alive. A servant mind is a very specialized and useful sort of creature. Once grown, it never moves again. It spends its life in a stone crib made to fit it. Once there, it spends its entire life thinking, remembering, analyzing, and advising the Shapers. As you approach, you can see the creature struggle to rouse itself from its slumber. It seems like that is eager for company after its years here. Carefully approach the servant mind, unsure of how its time alone these ruins have affected its facilities. Fortunately, its eyes are clear and bright, and its body appears whole. It has the massive skull, characteristic of these strange creations. Welcome, Shaper. I am Mind Tavit, it says, reflexively reading from an internal script centuries old. Do you wish to pass through quarantine? We're just gonna ask, what do we have to do? Allow me to inspect you carefully. If I judge that you have no threatening infections or concealed road creations, I will unseal the door to the north so that you may pass. I am functioning properly. I can still do what I was made to do. You don't mind waiting here for so long? I am functioning properly. I can still do what I was made to do. I was not made to have other thoughts. Which is really sad. But at the same time, maybe that's for the best. It's been alone for 2 centuries. The creature looks at you carefully and makes a low, soft humming noise. You don't feel anything, but you suspect some sort of magical augmentation is allowing the creature to analyze you in minute detail. Eventually, the noise stops. Tavit says, I find no reason to impede your progress further. The exit door will open at your approach. Now for the big question. What happened? I am sorry, Shaper. I am limited in the scope of my knowledge. When I was left here, I was given no further information or instructions. So, how long has it been since you were abandoned? I do not know. Have spent all that time in hibernation. The decay in my internal organs indicates that the time was well over a century. I am sorry I cannot be more precise. So, when was the last time someone came through? You were the first since I was abandoned. Oh no. I have a soft spot for servant lines. I do not... No, I know a little of its purpose, but nothing of why I was left here for so long. I can't recall what that question was. I clicked it reflexively without reading it. I believe it was, why was it barred? So, what was the purpose? Research. Helpful, buddy. Thanks, buddy. On this side of the quarantine hall, you can see another flock of orcs. This group, however, is not alone. It is watched over by a servile. Serviles are one of the greatest Shaper creations. They are the most common and valued servants of your people. Intelligent, hardy, obedient, and featuring hands with opposable thumbs. They are also easily controlled. If there are serviles here, this island must be nowhere near as savage and controlled as you would have feared. Serviles and weak and easily cowed creatures. If there were any real threat here, they would have been quickly wiped out. Your emergence from the fall is clearly the last thing the servile expected. He looks terrified at first, then curious. He leaves his flock behind to come speak with you. He probably wants fresh orders. It's like, keep in mind this how the Shapers canonically are when you read these. It's like, creations don't have rights. The servile moves very close to you and inspects you carefully. It seems to be the same design of creation with which you're familiar. Same hunch, posture, number of limbs, and so on. It looks very surprised to see you. However, it doesn't have the attitude of immediate obedience you have come to expect. It seems more curious than anything. After a few awkward seconds of staring, it speaks. I don't think I'm mad. It's a Shaper. A Shaper has come at last. Oh, it has been years since anyone has come through that door. A Shaper has come. This is so wonderful. Oh, but where are my manners? I am Timo. I am a shepherd. I graze my orcs here because no one comes here. Oh, I must go to Vakiri. I must tell the people there that Shaper has come at last. Vakiri, what? It is our humble village. It is that way, not far. I should tell them that a Shaper has come at last. It is humble and small, but with no Shapers around. We did what we could. Wait, no Shapers? What? Oh, is it tiny? There's not much I can do about this, I'm sorry. Yeah, because this is capturing my entire monitor. Which is not small. There's only so much I can do. Because it doesn't capture the game itself. I'll see if I can fix it. But that'll take a little bit. Sorry for not noticing sooner. I can only see chat on my phone and it keeps turning off. Control Shift. Control Tab. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm dumb. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's my apologies. I completely missed that that had happened. Oh dear, that's not great. Timo looks even more nervous now. I do not... No, you are the only one. You are the Shaper, you have returned, and we can serve. You seem somewhat reticent about saying that last word. Though you may not be a Shaper but a Guardian or Agent, all three sects are generally referred to by the outside world as Shapers. For now, we're going to be nice to the Serviles. There are enough options that we can switch tack and be an asshole later. I don't require your obedience, I just want to get off this hellhole. Timo looks incredibly relieved. Of course, we Serviles will be glad to help you in any way we can. It is our way. And we thank you, Mighty Shaper, for your kindness. Basically, Timo's just glad that we didn't kill him. He looks worried. He clearly has no idea. Oh, I am a humble villager. I do not know how to leave. But in Valkyrie, there are old and wise people. They can help you. That is odd. Timo is referring to his fellow Serviles as people. Creations are called creations, not people. Do you know why the sound was abandoned? I have no idea. Other people are smarter than me. Please, for the love of God, stop talking to me. That's all, thanks. I will say that I wish that there was a way the older ones to... Yeah, there's only turn on and turn off, and I kind of like the, There we go, that should be better. That didn't help much. Let's go to Valkyrie. A friendly town, which means I'm gonna dump all my shit here. You meet, for the first time, a colony of Serviles on Sukia Island. There was a great deal of astonishment on both sides. The creatures seem to have done well on their own, much better than you would have suspected. They have moved in the shape of ruins and made them their own. They have crops, shops, and guard patrols. The Serviles in turn are speechless. They've clearly been without Shaper influence for many years, and they have no idea how to react. They look overjoyed, relieved, and terrified at the same time. Most of all, though, they look expectant. They watch you carefully, gauging your every move, wondering how you're going to treat them. The power of the Shapers is always completely overwhelmed at their creations. You, however, don't have the full power of the Shapers. You are weak, tired, untrained, and alone. Fortunately, they don't seem to know that. Gotta step on your stuff. Please help. She tells us I should go to learn to pin her, and that she's growing ordinary vegetables. Dudes with swords wandering around are just... I think they just say that they're patrolling the village. Wait, you're a different color. Can't remember. Yeah, that is Rose. The Servile is muscular as a Thad. She is a massive creature, all the more remarkable when you consider that the Serviles were not made for feats of strength. She notices how surprised you are by your physique. I am Brodus. I am the Valkyrie Blade. I defend all the Serviles here from all threats. She puts extra emphasis on the all. If you mean us peace, I welcome you on behalf of myself and the Awakened. What the fuck's a blade? It means that I defend the Serviles here from all threats. I am the leader of the guard and the first to fight, and with all threats we have faced recently, I am kept very busy. What sort of threats? There are the rogue creations, they are all around, they appeared recently, mysteriously, and they plague us. Leader Kobar can tell you more about them if you are interested. There are also the bandits. They are an extra weight and a load too heavy to bear. I can help. We had hoped that when you Shapers returned, you could help us, but we do not think your help will make us willingly return to servitude. There's a tribe of rogue Serval bandits to the north. They are strong fighters and cunning. They raid us and take our food and weapons and wealth. They do not kill, but they take our food. This we do not need, and their raids. If you have to kill them all to do it, so much the better. I can't spare the casualties, but you have the powers of Shaper. You should be able to destroy them with no difficulties. Can't say she's too fond of us. Can't say I blame her. I like imagining that your character is trying to sound brave with this, but failing. Apparently she has some sort of longsword. I do not believe that you wish to threaten us. I am not some taker to believe that the Shapers are always evil. But be warned, if you threaten us, your powers will not save us from acting against you. What's awakened? And then she just says, I'm not good at talking. Talk to someone else. Okay, there. Gone through all that. New quest. Ah, yeah. This is the victory condition. Ah, Kobar. Unlike the others, the Serval does not fear you, or if he does not show it. He is clearly sizing you up, trying to figure out whether you are help or a threat to the Servals under his care. He bows to you, a very short, sharp motion, all the time keeping his eyes on you. Finally, he says, Welcome to our home. I am Leader Kobar, proud awakened and the chosen leader of the tribe of Vakiri. It is a pleasure to have the Shapers among us again at last. You cannot fail to notice the way Kobar emphasized the word leader, or the lack of enthusiasm he put in saying the last sentence. Boat gone, now what? I do not know. I can't believe that anyone would attack a Shaper in such an open and foolish way. Only a mad one would attract the wrath of the Shapers. In this, I wish I could help you. Such provocations cannot be good for anyone. Not even the wild Servals of Kaz could do such a thing, I suspect. I do not think you will find an answer to that question here. What's all this? After the Shapers abandoned us, we Servals started for survival. Most were unable to live without your guidance. Some of us are selected by cruel nature to be allowed to survive. We have formed 3 villages that I know of. What are the other 2? To these there is Pentel. They are a feckless Serval lot. You will like them. Past Pentel is Kaz. You may wish to avoid them. They are very martial, and they have little love for Shapers. They hate you, and even more, they are terrified of you. A volatile combination. You don't know everyone? To the north of the harsh wasteland, full of rogue clawbugs and flish. There we do not go. To the northeast are mountains, well protected by Shaper creations and traps. Beyond, we cannot go. In those places, you might find anything. He's right to be wary of Vlish. They're probably among the strongest creations that you have easy access to. What's awakened? All of us Servals have developed our own ways and beliefs to deal with the Shapers abandoning us. There are 3 sects, the Awakened, the Obeyers, and the Takers. All in this village are the awakened suck. We have been awakened from a dark sleep of the Shaper Mastery. Our eyes are open. We wish to deal with the Shaper's equals, with friendship and gratitude, but we will not be slaves to you any longer. Be wary. If you anger the awakened, this town will no longer be open to you. As before, we're going to be nice because we kind of need the help right now. We might end up going, fuck you all, I'm taking my ball and going home, and screwing everyone over, or just screwing two that we know of sex. He looks, despite himself, relieved. I am glad to hear it. We had expected instant opposition from your kind. But if we can convince you, there may be hope for peace. Ugh, doing that voice is hard. I made a mistake. Whereabout? And he just tells us, fuck you, you're not getting anything for free. And then he tells us, I don't know shit. Fuck off. Which, fair. We face hunger, cold, procreations, all of the many perils you Shapers abandoned us to. He pauses for a moment, thinking. Then he says, but you know something? Serviles are not as foolish as you think. We can plan, and we can trade. I can't help but notice that you are lacking supplies. If you would use some of your awesome Shaper power to aid us instead of crush us, I could provide you with useful goods. A fair trade. Does that appeal to you? What do you want? Gotta kill rogues! We need to obtain 30 Fyora asses. Inarni needs a knife. We're gonna go get that knife, I think. Probably. Oh. I know why the questions your character says are phrased like this. And it's because your character, at least initially, does not view them as people. But it's still really painful to read. This is Sensia. I believe we were pointed at her by, I forgot his name. The servile with the orcs. Tibbet? I think that was it. She's just saying that they tend to live in a barracks out of preference. Or preference and need. Some choose to live in private homes, but for the most part, people live in barracks. They live in a barracks. I do appreciate that that same sentence shows that she does look down on serviles who choose not to speak this way. Does not speak well is the term, is the phrasing used. I might turn off the background noises eventually because child babbling is going to get annoying very quickly. It's ham. I don't have enough mechanics for that yet. And I really like the occasional text grumbling from the NPCs. Oh crap, it's going up. I'm not gonna set off a trap. Some food. This game does not require food. It's just a healing item. It's some of their older games. There was a hunger system. And I think it may have been planned for this, but removed. Just because of the fact that there are places dedicated to buying food. Tiny baby servile. I'm not reading this, my throat's already kind of hurting. I suppose they're less... I mean, I wouldn't let a kid watch pigs, just because... Holy shit, have you seen a pig? But I guess orcs are more along the lines of, like, sheep. Have a kid watch sheep and not worry about them getting gored. I really enjoy this line of absolute bullshit that's about to come up. Oh no, not yet. I don't have enough, leadership. What am I to a level? Only 200, it's not too bad. I remember the maximum amount of leadership you need in this game. I don't remember what the early game stuff is. It's been a while since I've played through the early game stuff. Even one playthrough, this takes a while. Oh hey, it's Strout. Why are you afraid? Because it's perfectly reasonable reason to be afraid. She doesn't want to be controlled. We're gonna continue being nice. Because we're not dicks. I say, as I immediately root through her belongings. We're not dicks any more than the average RPG protagonist is a dick. God, I'm trying to remember what... Was it Tab? Yes. This will make finding Clackett much easier. Because I think Clackett is just wandering around and I don't remember. Rusty locks. Oh, there's Clackett. This is how Servals normally talk. He talks like this because it's how Servals talk, and not Shapers. He doesn't want to be like a Shaper. He knows if you steal things. Basically right now we haven't really budged the be a dick meter. Boat. Points us to the guy who said fuck off. I think this is a not spell check. Editing mistake, because Pinner is otherwise referred to as she. Thanks, Blackett. I think this is Pinner's place. Oh no, this is Dreet. Serval fat, so what? Good question. Why do you... If you don't want to serve, why are you still called Servals? They kept it because it's their name. It reminds us where they came from. I can't convince a little girl to give me a knife. I am not gonna convince a grown-ass woman to give me her stuff. Oh wow, I walked right past Pinner and didn't realize it. Because I think it's Pinner's place. Nope. This is just me getting a quest. It's not gonna pay off for a while, but I don't really have money right now. Hello? Please take the shiny thing. And it's not that I'm never gonna use. I don't know why there's two different sets of chitin. I think we get some for free, so I'm not gonna buy any. God damn it. I know bitters are somewhere. Dang it. Yep. Ruins of another Shaper Hall. Learned Pinner is old as hell. Learned Pinner knows when they left. 2 centuries ago. And school to the north. I have no plans to interfere because I want to get off. Ugh. What the fuck is with the containers? Survivors cannot use the canisters. It kills them instantly. Just keep this in mind in the future. I used one, it changed me. What the hell? Whereboat. I don't think there's anything in here. Old ledgers. I'm not taking that. That's at least because I will be seen. I'm just gonna wait around for little dots to wander around the square. What you doing, Nab? This guy's a taker spy. Where are your other allies, Nab? Not gonna turn in Nab yet. Can. But... Whoa. How big of an asshole we are depends entirely on the stream. Before I go to Watch Hill, I want to unlock here. God, I just saw the tip thing that tells you the exact opposite of what you should be doing. Like, don't keep the same creations constantly. Because... Well, I'm dead. Oh no, I'm not dead. Quickly shuffle off. That should push me up enough. Ah, no, not yet. Oh well. Free money from that pad. Oh, I'm out of. Sorry if I seem out of it. Talking that much is kind of exhausting. Thorn batons are You enter the keep of Elra. Yet another shape of ruin, undoubtedly a massive barracks. However, the survivors here have done a good job of restoring it. Most of the crumbling stone floors have replaced nice new wooden floors, and many of the tapestries on the wall have been painstakingly repaired. As you enter, you feel the eyes of many armed serviles on you. You are welcome here, but you doubt that they will tolerate any trouble. As you pass the guards, one of them says, "Welcome, Shaper, to the home of the awakened. Elra awaits." The guard points to the south. Again, we're being nice. He gives you free, combat skills. if I remember correctly. Possibly also a bit bonus strength, which is nice. Sermons. Can't go back there, I don't know. Hey. Ting. I'm trying to remember who Nab is. I think he's the Taker's Pie. I think it's implied that she is also a Taker spy. Oh wait, no, there might be something down there. Yes. Yeah. Keep pressing the wrong button. You meet Elra, Servile leader and wise one. He doesn't look exceptional. He is strong and armed, but no more imposing than many you have met here. He is neither old nor scarred. Yes, he is unusual. When he looks at you, he stares you straight in the eye. He is not afraid of you. He knows that the Shapers could destroy him in a minute if they wanted, and yet he is unafraid. Welcome, Shaper. Welcome to our home. I am Elra, of the Awakened. Since I have heard of your arrival on our island, I have eagerly awaited your visit. I desire to speak with you. Telling us some stuff we already know. Serviles don't know why the island was abandoned. Why would they? So what's the deal with those cancers? I think that the fact that they kill Serviles instantly is supposed to be a hint that a character later on is mistaken, but it's really not obvious. Don't. Yeah. Going over what we've already been told, that the Awakened demand to be treated as equals. Which, as we'll later learn, isn't going to happen. Not that any ending to this game actually connects to the next game. It's like a hybrid of bits and pieces of different endings. Essentially, no ending is canon. I think we've talked to him about. Oh no. More. Trying to remember how difficult the task is and whether or not that opens up Swan's training. I don't think it does. Take it on anyway. And I've talked him into helping me. Actually, I think I have just enough. God, I forgot. Got Toasty and Marshmallow. Passages are icy cold. Very odd. The thick frost on the floor indicates that no survivors have been back here for a while. We may not survive going back here. I think I should probably save. Trying to remember what's where. Living tool. Oh. Only that. I don't think we're gonna make it. Yeah. Yeah. We're dead. Not the only one. Mortally wounded, your power drained, you fall to the ground. One of the many threats of Sukia Island has claimed you. Without you to intervene, the secret conspiracies on the island come to a head. Deadly forces pour out of this tiny island, and your people are forced to fight a devastating, terrible war. That doesn't matter to you, of course, because you are dead. I think I'm gonna end it here. I'm exhausted from all that talking. God, I forgot how loud that was. Quit and stop recording. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'll try to stream again on Thursday, same time. We'll see how that goes.